Finally, Watashi has aircraft carrier again. Oh, looks nice. Now, wait a minute. Don't you already have aircraft carriers? No, America-san. Those be helicopter destroyers. All right, then. Tell me what are those? Of his modified Toyota Corollas. Nothing special here. And those are... They be Mitsubishi crop dusters. I don't think those are... What the frick is that? What the hell is that thing? Made in Japan. Don't be silly, America-san. It'd be a tactical grenade. Oh, the way Japan names their military equipment. This is definitely not a nuclear device to get some sort of revenge on America. No way. So the nation of Japan was famous for not having any aircraft carriers after World War II. They wanted to seem as demilitarized as possible. For good reason. But they did have what they classified as helicopter destroyers, which are smaller than aircraft carriers, but I mean, it's basically an aircraft carrier. Oh my goodness, it's such a bad look, the fact that the Japanese Navy still uses this flag. However, just recently, Japan got their first aircraft carrier, quote unquote. This is obviously the first one since World War II. Japan's been going back to some old traditions because of the threat of a looming China. The Japanese and the Philippines recently announced a new defensive pack as well. Now we just, I guess, have to wait till the Japanese finally get that nuclear bomb. I mean, atom splitter explosion rocket. They'll probably name it something like that, more than likely. What's this be? Is football. How do you play? You kick it into the other team's net to score. What, like hockey? No, not like hockey. Different rules. So what do you kick it with? You kick it with your foot. So there's no stick or anything to kick the ball with? It is called football, you stupid dumb puta. Like this. Kick. Oh no. Ew, they puta. Mierda. Oh no, all these South American countries are dead. Give me that crown. I'm the king of the goats now. Argentina, who recently just won the World Cup, might not be the goat anymore, especially if of all nations that beat them, it would be Canada. We're talking about the Copa tournament that's happening right now. Canada ended up shocking the world by making it to the semifinals, beating out Venezuela, Chile, and Peru even. I feel like nobody probably expected this. This alongside the Euro. It's been a very interesting last couple weeks. Canada can into South America, or maybe it's just Quebec that's really helping them, because they are technically Latin. Canada did, however, end up losing to Argentina, but that was still a good run. It's 4th of July, baby! Hell yeah. Stop clowning around, son! I have an election right now and need some quiet to think. Sorry, Pops. All I ask is a moment of seriousness. Oh no, Clown UK can't hurt you. Clown UK doesn't exist. Vote lol, LMAO, even. If it's any consolation, Britain, the US is gonna be looking just like this in like 3 to 4 months from now. You're not alone. The 4th of July is just the party before the real nightmare begins. Alright, my good chap. It appears my lads have gotten into quite a bit of a pickle with those cheeky Rocky buggers. Pickle. If you could kindly eradicate them from your bloody cock-up, I would be... America, are you paying attention? So we stick guns on planes? Guns on planes? How would that work? What the hell kind of plane is that, says Scotland. How'd a muppet of a plane looking like that made it into the air anyway? Ook and Yanks put a ton of guns on a plane in it. That's my really bad Irish accent. Well, I'll be buggered. We've got the Iraqis on the run. The escaping convoy is at least 2 kilometers long. If only there was a way to... Guns on planes. Stupid America and stupid Britain. By the beard of the prophet, you will not into my outbunker. Put gun on plane? Ha! You know what, old bean? I'm afraid he's right. Looks like we're not getting in. You couldn't put enough guns on a plane for this to... Okay, I'm gonna take a poop real quick. Gonna take a dump. Now wait just a minute. What if I take off the thing of those things and fill it with a bunch of explodey things and stick on a few of those other things? I bet we'll still count as guns on plane. Pickle. Kerthunk. Oh look, it's the GBU-28 bunker buster. I think we can all imagine how this is gonna end. What a great movie. Son of Al. Bum bum bum. Tiddly dee dee. Tiddle tee dee. Wait, what song is this? America's special ability putting guns on everything. Not just planes, just everything is a weapon. That's how we win. We need more comics like this. I liked this. What language do you speak? English and Gaelic, responds Ireland. Gaelic? No, Saudi Arabia, that's just a language. Wait, just don't take this too far. Very simple yet interesting comic about, yes, the way you pronounce this Irish language in particular, it is in fact actually pronounced Gaelic. It can be a little confusing, but somebody just responded with this picture. Yeah, this man is not Arabian, but unfortunately there's only 87,000 people that can speak this language. 1.1% of the population. That's the number in Scotland. It's a little bit different in Ireland. Of course, different parts of the nation speak it more than others. Thank you for that, Serbian Marshal. First we had Austria-Hungary. Then we had Australia-Hungary. Finally we had oh no. Austria-Hungary. Okay, I can't believe you've done this. I didn't think it could go any further than just Australia-Hungary, but, well, here we are. Let's not go any further. And to think I thought for a second there we would be able to come up with a new plushie. Side note, I have always wanted to make an actual Australia-Hungary plushie. I need to do more alternative history nations. I guess this would be their final form too, and Australia-Hungary. Okay, let's stop talking about this. Which one is your favorite? Happy Filipino Day Independence! America! Land of the free, baby! Yeah, that's one of the issues of sharing the same Independence Day as the US. Unfortunately, the Filipinos always get overshadowed. But it's even funnier when you learn the origin story. The Philippines celebrate their independence from the US because they were previously an American colony, but it was the US that gave them their independence on the same day, July 4th. Harry Truman released the islands on the same day, July 4th, making it also Filipino-American Friendship Day in a way. But like I said, I don't think he fully thought this through. Now their Independence Day just gets overshadowed by our Independence Day unforeseen consequences. My bro USA is always involved in Europe, eh? Meanwhile, it's actually just the USA screaming at the Europeans. But hey, I have Greenland. Greenland? I can explain. Nice try there, Canada. But in fact, it's the both of us that are really involved in Europe. There's organizations like NATO that really pull us towards that continent. Unfortunately, Canada thinks they really aren't involved much with the Europeans, since they just border this giant island of Greenland up here. But let me remind you, that is technically owned by Denmark, another European country. The Europeans are still quite literally everywhere. It's funny because Canada is technically in NATO too, so, you know. Yes, it's result of election time, says France. I will finally get a government of stability this time. Oh, here are the announcements. Frank Reich, why is TV not turned to Euro 2024? What are you watching? Shut up, Germany. And here are the final French election results of 2024. Frank Reich, I see no different. In fact, it seems like your parliament is even more dysfunctional than last. Viva moi! Woo! Okay, Germany's just really confused. I believe the French are celebrating because of their recent election. I guess you could describe it as even more dysfunctional than the previous government they had, but I think they're just glad that their fifth republic still is alive. There was a chance, I guess it could have fallen. Why is it so dysfunctional though? Because it's French. Gotta admit, I've been trying to look into this, but it's still pretty confusing. You really should consider ditching your electoral college, says Britain. It's so undemocratic. Here we go again. Mind showing me how it's done, old man? My pleasure. Give me 2 months. One election later. A third of the vote gets 2/3 of the seats? Who's undemocratic again? At least we have more than 2 parties. Whatever makes it easier for you. Now we're talking the recent British elections. I think a lot of Americans think that if we had multi-party systems, everything would be better, but here's a good example of, you know, they also have their different flaws too. Britain's parliament is like America's electoral college, just with the added extra parties mod. Now, ranked choice voting would be interesting, that's for sure. It's weird how often this happens. Is everyone here? Let's see. We have Croatia, Italy, Japan, and Bulgaria. Italian, see, Japan, hi. Bulgarian, Croatian, and Thailand. Hi. Why did you join us? Yes, Thai. Tell us, why did you join us? Oh no, Thailand. Yeah, they didn't really have much of a choice. Believe it or not, Thailand was a part of the Axis, and it was, I mean, kind of against their will. They watched as all their neighbors get literally brutalized by Japan, so they were like, okay, we'll be in your team reluctantly, I guess. Thailand was invaded by the Japanese in December 1941, and from there on, they were pretty much just kind of forced to join in on the baddies. They didn't really stand much of a chance against the Imperial Japanese. Thailand at the time was labeled by both the Japanese and allies as the Italy of Asia, or Oriental Italy. Oof. Didn't even realize you can actually make them out here in this first panel back this. Hold up, but where's Hungary at? Love the terrifying Croatia. They did some crazy things during World War II. I'm sure they definitely wouldn't mind the idea of getting a little bit of extra French Indochina at the time too. I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. Big old thanks to my patrons. Drew's Argentinian grandpa. Lucas, the Canadian Goose from Avoca.
Drew har förvisats från Sverige för brottet att vara dans.
Amateur Archaeology. Sarsath. Carmel Saida. DaBeautiful-MEGAN-Underwood. Fredrik
Your dad back
I
with the
can't
milk.
sleep
Look
without
InquisitorXarius.
Sebby, if you hear this,
and
Tambre.